Hello everyone, how good of you to join. Welcome back to Victoria 3 as we're just about to finish another railway network. So now also we got here from Michigan, so Detroit, all the way down here to this city where I don't see the name yet at the moment in Ohio anyway. And yeah, well, as we can see, the network is growing. And that is really cool because the United States is starting to really be connected outside of just some normal streets and stuff like that. Now we just finished another research that was the dynamite, so we can use this for the mines then right away once we have the dynamite. Right now we still don't have it, but we also can produce dynamite now. Also we get a 25% resource discovery chance just so that we get more gold and oil then later down the road. Yeah, I think it's finally time to also unlock our electricity. So with that, we will also have then electricity production, so power plants that we can build with that. And electricity will once again be a tremendous boost then to my industry. Speaking about my industry and economy in general, we do have 63,000 surplus right now. The investment pool transfer helps us a lot now with any kind of expenses that we have for construction. And we could further increase that value, right? So we do have publicly traded now for my profitable industries. The food industry is also really profitable, so let's also make this publicly traded. So once again, just for your information, publicly traded, you basically now from private owned go to public traded owned or public owned by capitalists. Capitalists fund any surplus that gets out of this building here, so the profit, into the investment pool that we can then use to construct buildings. So it's going directly to help us reduce the cost of our construction industry. However, the building must be profitable, and thus wages will probably also go down. So it's a two-folded sword here. As the wages go down, we always need to make sure that the buildings themselves, the industry itself, is profitable, so that the wages are fine for the people basically working there. Let's also make the furniture industry publicly traded. And I think the only thing we probably will not do here is then the railway. That is still privately owned. We could also make this government owned. As the railway is just really important that we get this one under a non-profit kind of like organization. Railways are very hard, I think, to make a profit anyway. Right now they are not doing this. Let's make it on government owned, and they're also having the steel passenger carries, right, to further boost the transportation. By the way, transportation, still not really positive here. We can use transportation then for a lot of things later on. 160,000 right now on the income. What is happening? The income taxes is going up. Alright, because construction capacity is going down already as we're finishing construction. We can have a look at that. Let's not have a look at the direct balance this time, even though I can already see that we do need more coal. I can also have a look at the market prices, and then I can see what we really should focus on to push the price down. Because, for example, we have a very negative balance for coal right now. Doesn't affect prices too much though. Price is still good. It's only up to 27% in the price. The reason for that is there's a lot of coal on the market generally, so in the global market, and we just import any kind of a shortage that we have for not a very expensive price. So I don't need to boost that many coal mines right away. What is really expensive though is luxury clothes, but that is okay, it's a luxury good anyway. Opium and dynamite. Dynamite is now, or the explosives, is something we really should get cracking on, and also ammunition for soldiers, so this will make my military a bit cheaper there overall. Ammunition, dynamite. We should have a new production chain now. I think it is in the chemical plant. And there we have it. So the chemical plant has now a new work order, a new work production method, and that is we can go with, instead of the prioritized fertilizer production, we can go down to the ammonia soda process or the vacuum evaporation. This gives me a lot of explosives in addition, and there we're going to need them for the mines. It, however, will get reduced my fertilizers. We have a lot of that. Also, my livestock ranches produce fertilizers, so that is perfectly fine. The only expense we have is a bit of coal and sulfur. Let's go for that. With that, we have now lots of explosives on the market right away. We should see this. Perfect. There's another one, the improved fertilizers. For a bit more iron, we would get more fertilizers out of that. I'm going to have this one in the back of my head there for a while. Also have a look at the steel mill. More coal and tools, of course, to reduce the labors. Oh yeah, now the price of coal is going up. And something is wrong with my steel mills. They're usually really profitable. Right now, they're not. Right, that is, oh, we have a lot of steel on the market. That is, of course, dropping the price insanely. And also, I think, yeah, the price for iron and coal is really up there now. So those are the things we need to do. First of all, since we have lots of steel on the market, I, of course, can go with more tooling shops. So we're just going ahead where we already have some of them and where we do have some good infrastructure still left over. So Michigan has 4 infrastructure. Let's go ahead and build 2 more there. And Indiana, nope. Illinois, yep, let's build 2. Let's build 3 more in Illinois then as well of these tool workshops. And the other thing is, of course, my motor industry. We will also need more engines for more trains in the future. We have 2 in Wisconsin. Let's actually put this one up by another 2. And in Louisiana, New York. Oh, really? New York has a negative infrastructure for the first time. It was really high. Interesting. Let's go ahead with Louisiana because we do have some infrastructure there still left over. What is happening in New York? Indeed. But New York should have some ports. Let's go ahead and build some 2 more ports here before I go with the railway. Grinville Fifield has challenged Stephen Quincy to a duel to death. The one is of the rural folk. He's a politician, and the other one is also a politician of the southern planters. And let them fight. We should stop it, and we should ban dueling. This is increasing. Armed forces is going down. We will get a bonus from the intelligentsia, but lose the bonus from the armed forces. We would lose 10% reduced military tech cost, but we would gain... where's my intelligentsia? We would gain 50% migration attraction. That's actually pretty good, as it's a lot of workforce. We should ban dueling. Let's go ahead and do this. And we immediately get the bonus out of that. And I'm not into military tech research anyway at the moment. Alright, so that was one thing, right? Ammunition was the other thing that I wanted to actually have a go at. I think we don't really have an ammunitions production up yet. To that extent, there it is. It will need the explosives. We have that now. And then also lead. And lead we have also. So I can go crazy on this. We have it in Maryland. And there I get a good profit out of it. Let's make 2 of that and 1 in New York. Get some ammunition in again. And we have a lot of money. Really, I'm going also to boost my construction industry further. And we can build the Statue of Liberty. Hooray! But let's just go for more construction. Let's just see it out. Michigan, let's go with 1 more. We are going to have lots of construction in Pennsylvania, in Michigan, in Illinois for sure. Kansas doesn't have... Oh, it has 1 actually. And perhaps also now in the southern area there too. So Florida will get 1, of course. Texas does not have construction yet. So let's go ahead and build 2 of them. And then also, of course, the Statue of Liberty. This one here gives me 75 prestige. It also gives me 25% migration attraction. And it adds some employment for bureaucrats, right? Also some 20 urbanization that we get out of that as well. And this is for, of course, New York. And we can only build it here. We don't have it yet. Let's start the construction of the Statue of Liberty. I think of our first monument, really. And we should then be seeing it somewhere out here popping up once it's finished. Also, the thing about opium, it is really expensive right now. I think we're using it for some of our military, right? Yeah, in barracks it's being actually bought right now. The price is high. We could check where opium is being produced in the world. And as we can see here, it is in China, of course, and it also in northern India. So there we have lots of opium. Unfortunately, I cannot colonize this area. In Africa... some minor would be possible here, not a lot, and we are colonizing over there at the moment, so this would be something. Let's have a look at that. British market, we can import something here, and the Russian market also. It would not be really profitable because of tariffs, but also not really expensive, and it will definitely be good for us because it will drop the price for opium significantly then once it is getting into the market. There we can see it, and we should get a bit more opium now into the market itself. Also, when looking around in the world, we do have the Southern Asia here, so Southeast Asia, right, which is a pretty empty market there still, right? So we got an island here that is empty. We get Papua over there. Let's just quickly check this one out. Lots of arable land with dye plantations. This is looking good, and Papua as well. So I've already declared interest in this region now, and that also immediately unlocks the a possibility to colonize it. And of course I would like to go ahead with this. Let's start in New Guinea, then Western New Guinea, and then also Celebes over there. So we are also starting with that. 3 new colonies for our American empire. Popping up them. There we have it. The Indonesia headquarters is immediately being established. And of course, it's going to take a while now, but this should be an easy thing to acquire. Oh, down here. Yeah, that's resource-wise, it's really bad. So that is not something that I would like. New Zealand. Construction is just incredible fast right now. We can continue with the next ones right away. I would look at that. Yeah, almost half of my construction right now is already being then invested or paid by the investment fund. Let's just go ahead and build some more. We are at 340 construction capacity right now. And yeah, just in general, I would like to add more into my developed states already, and we're also going to add one in Vermont where we don't have one yet, and in Maine then as well. So even more construction popping up, and also some universities, by the way, as I haven't really started with that. Virginia doesn't have one yet. Colorado, we should add one, and let's see, Florida, Illinois has one, Michigan has one, Indiana, let's go ahead, and Ohio also. Some more tax, and also what we can do, probably incorporate more states, right? Yes. Bureaucracy. Oh, we should probably start with having some more government administrations ready, and then we can go ahead with that. Do we have some reduced taxation anywhere? I think we do have that. Yeah, New York, as always. Let's go ahead and build right away 3 of that. And by the way, of course, my paper is most likely... Oh, it's really good up. Very good. Let's go ahead and have where we don't have them yet, right? So Texas, definitely. Let's go ahead. Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, and Minnesota. The Monitor, a new ship that we have unlocked, and Wisconsin's. Let's upgrade the bureaucracy that we have there. And just look at that. I think it's around 20 buildings now at the same time that we can build. Oh yeah, also the uprising is being destroyed right now. Oh my goodness, France is extremely strong here now. Here we are already having a pretty big terrain now for us, and we are colonizing 3 more tiny areas then as well. That would be the coffee. I mean, yes, we always need coffee, so let's increase that. And I think then we also had the dye plantations. And let's also add some 5 more dye plantations then to Congo. Alright, once again, we can start the conquest towards the west. So Mexican Oklahoma I really want to get because this is annoying me. So conquer the state Mexico, and we could also say return. I think return gives me less infamy than conquering it. Is that right? Yeah, but only by 0.4, right? But returning it would reduce the relationship with only 5 countries, while conquering it with 9 countries. So returning is a bit better, obviously. Mexico and Oklahoma, though, we cannot return to us, so we really need to conquer it. It's a bit strange. Alright. We will probably also face New Granada and Guatemala, but they're pretty weak in comparison. Let's start this diplomatic play. And let's also add some more, once again, to my war goals. So return the states of Nevada. Return the state of California. Utah. Mexico. New Mexico. And Arizona. And by the way, we could also conquer something while we're at it. Or we could make Mexico a puppet also right away. Probably not a bad idea, is it? Alright, this time I'm waiting it out though. So we're just going to look what they're doing, right? They're probably going to start mobilizing here soon. And once they go to war with us, we could then also recruit ours. By the way, recruitment-wise... Yes, Dixie headquarters has 30 more troops. Marcus Gridley or Thomas Jackson. Thomas Jackson already looks better to me. Because the other one is an alcoholic, and this gives you a pretty hefty penalty to health and morale. So let's go ahead with this guy here, so Thomas Jackson, and he's also now having those armies then right under his control. And Marcus Sherrod, who is he? He's got 0 troops. He's at the Canada headquarters. What? Canada headquarters up here. Yeah, we don't have any really soldiers there, so let's retire him for now and just be happy with those 3. And I'm also going to build a few more barracks here down the road because we can do this, and I definitely want to have a few more troops available. Alright, Thomas Jackson is already at the front. He's just defending it though, so I'm not going to do any more actions there. And Alton Endicott of the Evangelicals has been preaching in favor of the Democratic Party, convinced that the victory has been foreseen by God's plan. And who are we to stand in the way of God? And such a shame, the nation is not ruled by God. He actually gets a loss. Oh, this one, but Gold surely wants the Whig Party to win. And interest group, momentum for the Democratic Party. I think they're going to win anyway, right? Wait a second, where's my election? Just could check this one out. Oh no! The Democrats are definitely going to lose it. The Whig Party is going to win. With the intelligentsia and the bourgeoisie joining them. Oh, also we have the Socialist Party of America. That is not that strong, not that weak. But let's actually give the momentum to the Whig Party further so the intelligentsia gets back into my government. I think they're in my government. Yeah, we have them anyway at the moment. And there was the election. Of course, the Whig Party won with 45%. Alright, at this point I'm a bit overwhelmed by how quickly we finished construction. It's really insane. I don't think that I have achieved this before. We do need more coffee. I can really just go crazy with construction now. Get more coffee plantations up in my colonies. We definitely want that. And I don't really care about the workforce at this point, right? Because we can just really finish it in South Korea, Guinea, and the Windward Coast, where we have now our new colonies popping up then as well. Let's get us a few of them. I can just really spam them, honestly. Fabrics, we have enough. Fertilizer, we still have enough. So the livestock ranches, let's just get us a few up there for the future because I know I'm going to need it. I think lead mines, we actually do need a bit more. Well, let's go ahead with 5 more in Ohio, where we do have that. And the iron. We're also deep positive on that. I think coal was actually a problem. Yes, coal, we should definitely do something with coal. That is Mississippi. That is Pennsylvania. Texas. It's actually negative on the infrastructure already. Definitely here my mountain territory, right? So Alabama gets a bonus out of that. The same with Virginia, West Virginia, and North Carolina. Once again, though, this will put the infrastructure down of these areas, and there's no port here anymore available, so I will definitely have to go with some railway. For Virginia, no port anymore. North Carolina, we can definitely go with 2 more, and then it's really all about the railway that we need to expand into these areas. And as we can see, this is going to, be a costly endeavor. We can definitely afford it engine-wise, steel-wise probably as well, but coal-wise, it's a bit of a problem. But okay. It's all an investment, right? As long as we have the coin, we should be golden there. And then some more steel. Michigan, 2 more. Illinois, 2 more. Let's make it 3 more in Illinois. And I would not like to start up any more of that. Alright, we have a big problem here. Great Britain joins. We need to back down. Honestly, we have a really big problem. Why is Great Britain joining in? This doesn't make sense to me. They have nothing to do with Mexico. They just joined them right now. And of course, Mexico itself is no threat, but Great Britain is a threat because it got quite a lot of soldiers, 217 battalions. 159 flotillas, so that's the navy. We will not be able to really do something there. I mean, I'm probably still going to war here because if I back down, we're going to lose the primary war goal, which is return taxes, and they also want to conquer something. And even though they want to conquer something, Britain joins. Which is, by the way, only a second power now. France has actually superseded Great Britain there as well. But seriously, okay. That's the first war where a superpower actually joins. This is new. I will not back down because we would lose taxes then. It also doesn't make sense because we got a claim on these territories, right? Alright. I'm still going to try it and I'm going to enable my conscripts. I cannot sway any other nation in. No one would like to help me with that. I will just now mobilize all my generals, and we're probably also going to mobilize my conscripts, right? We can then activate them. And in Georgia we have 19, Indiana, Guinea. This is going to be the Great War. We don't really see this often, and I really would like to know what happens. New York has 67. Ohio, Maine, we're going to go with full mobilization here. Probably going to need some generals for this. No one will be able to command them. Holy cow. Oh! Mexico backs down. I guess mobilization actually worked out for us in our favor. I seriously still don't really understand this one. Great Britain all of a sudden declares neutrality now. And just after this, Mexico backs down. So as soon as Great Britain stepped down, Mexico is gone, of course. Even though they were already starting with conscription, right? They were already trying to get their normal population in as well. Really interesting though, but still I'm not totally sure what happened there. I guess it was just really in the blink of a second that Britain joined and then right away abandons Mexico again. Strange. We got actually here that patch gone, right? So at least that is something. Still, we have a long way to go here because they are always backing down and we always just win the primary goal, but not everything else. So it's a very slow expansion there right now. We could also start now our diplomatic or our conquering of the Hudson Bay area, so Oregon, Washington, Oregon, and Idaho, sorry. But the problem is it still belongs to the British, right? So the Hudson Bay Company is still in the dominion of Great Britain. I think this will change though soon, so we are going to wait that out. And by the way, now we have a lot of bureaucracy up again thanks to having our bureaucratic offices built, and that means that I can now continue incorporating the rest of my states here. So Wyoming, Colorado, and Oklahoma for sure, which is also full now. And yeah, also let's go ahead here in the American Saskatchewan and American Alberta. Right into Canada there. They're not going to get this one back. I will however not incorporate my colonies. That's not what I'm going to do. This is going to be core country here for me though. It's strange that we actually get this one, but okay, I'll take it. It's not very rich though, right? So it doesn't give us that much really. And by the way, since we have so much of bureaucracy, yeah, we can go ahead with the next health system level. This reduces further the mortality by another 5%, leading to a total of 10% reduced mortality of my population. We continue with improving relationships with Britain. And let's just check it out for Mexico there as well. So they're improving relationship with Spain, probably in the hope that they would join at some point. So we should do the same thing with Spain, because I think Spain is really powerful. It's okay. It's medium power, but we are already cordial with them. And definitely also, which is the #1 power right now, France. Once again, I would like to improve that here. Alright, also something here. We do have this decision that I really want to go with. Survey the Panama Isthmus. So authorize a survey to map the potential building of the Canal of Panama. We, however, do need to research civilizing mission for that. And we get another 5% prestige thanks to the camera being passively unlocked. Where do we have this tech that I need? There it is. 24 months to research. And then we could start with that. We could either do it like that, or we could conquer also Panama, of course, and take it into our territory. It belongs to New Granada right now. New Granada is not really strong. We could defeat them most likely in open battle. Conquer the state of Panama. Yes, but we would get more infamy still. Now, we are reputable right now with 24 infamy. So, I'm not going to do this. We are already really not that great in our reputation. And I definitely don't want to further reduce this. And we have it, electrical generation. It is possible to capture the very essence of lightning and use the power all sorts of different types of machinery to use to power these machineries. And with that also the power plant has been unlocked. And yeah, we could get cracking on this. Let's just quickly decide on my next research. I probably would like to go for the civilizing mission for 2 years. Probably the best idea. Everything takes 2 years, by the way, now. As we can see, we do have though other tech that is being also passively being unlocked, so that's fine. Pan-nationalism that we have on the way, and in military tech right now we also have the gantry cranes for another port level. That's perfect. Let's just quickly check it out now. So electricity, I think we can already use it. We do require engines for that, and we would produce 50 per level for these power plants. They also, of course, once again need 2 infrastructure, actually, not 1. They need 2 infrastructure. They would also add another 20 urbanization wherever I build it. Of course, we probably should start in the richest states with that. So I would like to start with New York having 2. Probably also then Pennsylvania having 2. So bear in mind, we are going to need a lot of electricity. So also for the trains then. So let's just go ahead here. Virginia and the District of Columbia. Let's also build 2 of them. We have the engines. The only thing we don't really have then is my rail network, but we are building more rails as we can see here. Pennsylvania, also Ohio for sure. Oh yeah, West Virginia also needs more rails for sure. Mississippi and Alabama. Let's also get cracking into these areas now and further expand. We have plenty of engines at the moment, so we can afford this. And we're really steamrolling through that construction there. Almost 500 capacity. Rubber rush. Rubber has been successfully grown in American Ubangi, one of our colonies. The fragile nature of these trees, that's very good because we're going to need rubber. And I think another one we also get in another colony. And mining accident in Iowa has collapsed the mine, trapping miners. Yeah, this will actually let them, the industrialists, like we already are pretty strong with them. The trade unions also at 10. And the rural folk is at 1. Let's go with... Let's just say they're a blight upon man, of course. Nothing else will happen, right? We just get the rural folk to like us a bit more. That I would like to have. Very good. Rubber. We don't have any rubber production so far. And we're going to need it. We do have now. We should have it now. Somewhere here. Our new plantation. I don't see it. It's under resources, not under agriculture. There it is. Our rubber production with that. And as we can see, we got 2. So rubber is probably going to be something where we are going to need some exports then as well in the future. By the way, how's it my Southeast Asian area looking? As we can see, colonization here. I think we are not really very good on colonial affairs right now. I could level this one up as well to further boost it. Let's do this. We have enough bureaucracy and I would really like to do this. And can we actually have a law that would help us with that? I think there was a law. It's exploitation, but no one is helping us on this law. We are in the middle right now anyway. Yeah, it's taking a bit of time. There we are. So Papua is pretty big, as we can see, right? And here also we're taking more, I think. No one is joining in at the moment. Very good. For all these sexy dye plantations that I'm definitely going to need. Alright, I think the rail networks have been finished then soon. Yep, and we are already working on the steel mills again and then some sulfur and gold mines. Yep, the Sulawesi uprising, that was to be expected, honestly. That is where we just started the colonization. I can just send some, I think some of my navy over, right? And they would just then make a naval invasion. You could also raid the convoys, patrol the coast for now. So we are just going to show some presence there with my Isaac Hull. Alright, war has broken out with the Sulawesi. And we do have some of those areas here. Let's mobilize, let's not mobilize all of them. Let's mobilize one of my generals, should be fine. One of my biggest ones. And he could actually go right in there and attack them. Right, he's getting, of course, transferred over. Going to take, though, 2 months. And the fighting has already broken out. As my generals just landed safely. And of course, that's not going to be really a challenge here. But they're not that few, actually. They have 12 battalions available. Not bad at all. And now we're already on the other side, so this one's already captured. This one is already done for as well, so that's a rather a blitzkrieg, you might say. Even though, really, they're holding up. We're also working on the power plants. The first ones are being finished right now. I would like to check once again my railway structure. So first of all, I think we are pretty down now on coal. Yeah, 4,000. Oh my goodness. Steel is fine. The engines are still fine too. So we can still go ahead with more railways. So here in Rhode Island, we do need one more. Because I've built some glassworks in Rhode Island. Ohio, let's build another one. Illinois. Texas as well. I think Texas doesn't even have a railway yet. South Dakota is pretty bad. Colorado. Wyoming. So as we can see, the whole United States actually gets their railway now. As we're speeding up with that. But seriously, the coal. Do we have something to boost coal now? I think we have the dynamite, right? Could help us out. There it is. For 1,000 explosives, we will get almost 3,000 coal. So this would really almost solve the coal problem. We could also use some 500 explosives only. And you risk some mortality. We don't get this one with the explosives, right? For the coal. Do we have anything else? Not really. Yeah, coal mines. We will need to build more. Lots of them. Lots of additional ones. And this is, of course, then all here. Pennsylvania, do you have the coal? Yes, Pennsylvania has it. Let's just go ahead and actually build like 15 more coal mines. And I think, yeah, we definitely will also need a railway then in Pennsylvania in addition for that. But we do need lots of that more. And we do get 60 out of every one. Yeah, where's Virginia? Is my coal nation, really. Let's build 20 coal mines there. A newspaper called the Wyoming Daily has printed a bigoted article about the Siouan people living there. We can suppress the article or we can let it be released. We would lose some authority or reduce the standard of living for the Siouan. Let's ignore it. I don't want to lose any prestige. Oh, by the way, we're level 4. We have leveled up quite a bit with all the prestige that we got from conquering and colonization. Of course, our GDP probably has grown pretty significantly. Yes. GDP per capita, we are already number 1 worldwide. The American GDP, we are number 3. So there is a nice boost to that. But yeah, oh, and number 5 again. So we are fighting right now with Russia there and Austria on the prestige level, but we're on the same level now with them. Right? Prussia, Great Britain, France is way ahead. But we're getting there, I think. I would also then soon... Oh, they gave up. Perfect. So the war is over and we finally got it completely now almost, right? The whole island there. Probably some devastation there still, yes. And there's so many dye plantations possible here. That's really beautiful. We could actually start up with that. A government administration. And let's also go ahead with some dye plantations. Give those people some work. And yeah, coffee we always need as well. So let's just go crazy on that. And I think some fruits. Yes, let's also go with 10 fruit plantations of banana that we want to have. Some logging, iron mine would be possible here. Yeah, there's some possibilities there. And I think infrastructure-wise, oh, we are fine. Perfect. I would also like to start declaring my interest on Japan, or in general, the Japanese area there. And I think that's it though for now, right? We have the interest there in Africa for the colonies. We have it in Southeast Asia. We have it now in Japan then. We could declare one more interest. Southern America would probably be something else that I could do. Let's go ahead with that. And with that, also 5 more colonies. Oh, yes. Yes. Here in Africa, we could get those areas. I'm pretty sure there's oil. There must be oil then here. We also have lots of plantations once again possible here. And rubber plantations. Oh, yes. Let's go ahead and do this. There you go. And where could we do it else? Where else could we do it? Remove it? Because the game tells me I would have the possibility of 5. Oh, we are already doing this, so right. But that, I want that. We are already starting here now. Getting into this territory. That would be the rubber then. And we're going to need a lot of that. And by the way, also I think we have now electricity on the market. Yes, we finished the first electrical power plants. And we will soon be able then to use electricity for our industry to boost it. And Statue of Liberty has also been finished. There you go. In New York. Stay tuned.